Hi guys, it's a gloomy day and I wanted to talk about all the books I've read in April before going to Greece. So this is filmed in advance and we are the 5th, the 6th, the 5th of May, and this will be posted on the 11th or 12th, I think, and I would be in Greece already. So I would be able to show you physically the books I've read. Um, it's just a detail, but that's why. And at least I will be at peace next week, not to be stressed to have the time to film in a new environment and with new things. So these are all the books I've read in April, which is not bad, which is quite good. Not as much as I would have wanted, but I was in a slow reading month because I was sick and I was working full-time job. So combination of the two was a bit hard on me. So please be gentle as I am gentle with me, and please be gentle with yourself. This is a good reminder for you too, to be gentle with yourself and take things easy and slowly. Also, I have my coffee, so I'm ready, and next I have to prepare my luggage, to prepare my stuff to go, because I'm not sleeping at my parents' house tonight, so I have to make everything ready, and I'm a bit stressed, but it's okay. So to begin with the graphic novels and manga, I've read firstly volume 12 of Kingdom, and we are at war in this volume. There are battles. We are at the heart of the battle, and everything is violent. There is strategy for the war, and I am at the edge of my seat with stress. Are they gonna succeed or not? What they want to accomplish? And I really love this volume. Love still the art and the way the author draws horses is hilarious. I'll try to find one for you. Yes, that's it. It makes me laugh every time. Maybe it gets better and better with each volume. I don't know, but we'll see. Next, I've read volume 5 of Vagabond. I've put on hold this series. I was on a break because of the moving parts with the boxes and so on. And I was very sad to be apart with Musashi, who is the main character, a bit wild, never been trained by a proper master, always was self-taught, and who wants to know if he's the strongest. He just wants to know and to confront every strongest person he meets, and he goes through different villages to be able to do that. And I was for a long time a part of Musashi. Yes, I think it's his name. Yes, Miyamoto Musashi, and I missed him. And I understand why now, because the art is beautiful. There are some colored pages in this, and it's I will show you some pages of the art. I love it. It's a bit old school because it's the earliest volume. It's the earliest volume, so I think the art is a bit old school yet, but then I think it only gets better and better. But I love it already this way, so I'm enjoying every volume, and I'm so sad to go to Greece because I can't continue to read during next month, and I can't wait to read the next one. So I'll see if I make an exception and to take one volume with me. But I'm those kind of person who are always afraid to break things or love to keep them clean. I love to have clean mangas, and I'm afraid to be destroying them by taking them on journey with me. So I won't do that, I think, and I'm very sad. Next, I had to read volume 12, I think, also of Yona of the Dawn. Still loving it, still a favorite because it delivers on the romance side, the coming out of age of the main character, which who is a strong female character, and I love it. There is a bit of a battle, but the way it is pictured is a bit easy, I think. But I understand because it's not the main point of the manga to talk about war, so sorry, I'm looking at the same time at the pages to remember a bit if I'm correct, but I think that's it. Yes, briefly, I just loved the setting again. I love the way it is going, and it is still a favorite, so really recommend it. All this free. I forgot to say, but really recommend it. Next, I had to read volume 2 of 20th Century Boy, and it delivers also still as good. I love to know more deeply about the characters, about the mysteries that is going on, the end of the world, plot, catastrophic events coming, new characters coming. I love it. I love the art. I love the messages it tries to convey. It's so good. 5 stars, also a favorite. Love this series. Love this author. And I know there is an anime, I think. There is for Monster and there is for Pluto, which are others work of this author Naoki Urasawa, but I don't know if there is for 20th Century Boys, and if there is, I would really like to watch it. I'll just show you some pages for the art, and these authors always know how to break my heart, and I just love it. I'm that kind of girl. I'm green. I love to have my heart broken. I don't read mostly to be entertained and feel well. I read mostly to be confronted to my darkest feeling, and it's working very well. I read mostly to be entertained. Hear me out, but I read also to be confronted to my darkest feelings. So it's working. It's working very well. And the best surprise of the I think it will be in my favorite reads of the year, because it is still a favorite for now, and I just love this series. And this one is heartwarming and just comforting, and doesn't confront me to my darkest feeling because sometimes you need them also. It is The Old Man and His Cat, The Old Man and His Cat, volume 2, and it's still, I love it. It's so cute, and I love to learn about Japanese cultures and Japanese food, because sometimes the old man is cooking, and you have kind of his recipes and the steps for cooking, and I love this. And the art is beautiful. The stories are moving and touching, and I just can't. As I said previously, when there are elderly people, cute elderly people, I can't. It is too much for my heart, and it gets me every time. And if there are cats a bit, I can't. I can't. So yeah, really loved it, and I can't wait to continue this series again. I'm so sad I can't read volume 3 this month. Maybe I'll try tomorrow to buy it quickly and to read it quickly, but I already have River Enchanted that I have to finish before going, because I can't have an ongoing book. I can't continue in Greece. It is not, no, it's not possible. I can't do that. Next, for the novels, I've only finished 3 novels this month, and it was around love this time. It was these 3 books, and I'll talk about it. Firstly, I've read Emily Wall's Encyclopedia of Fairy, and I really loved this book. I loved how it delivered the romance trope with the enemies to lovers, kind of rivals, academic rivals to lovers. The ambience setting of the wintry setting was very well described. I also loved the alchemy between the 2 main characters, the fact that it was journal entries of the main characters. Who is she? She's Emily, and she's conducting research for academic purpose to write an encyclopedia of fairies, such as the title tells. And she is going in a very remote small town in the north where it is freezing, and it's a bit of a challenge for her, and she has to speak to the townsmen, to the people living in the town, but she's very not shy but reserved. When you're not uh, it's not that you're not at ease to talk to people, but it is that you don't necessarily want to talk to them, and it's a mix of both for her. So I don't know what is the word for that, but she's struggling a bit, and her academic rival arrives. He's not in his element at all, and she has theories about it, and I don't. I'm not saying too much, but I really loved how it was writing, and it's just that at the end I was a bit confused in some events that was happening, and I felt it was a bit easy to be overcome. But it is the purpose of these books. It's just not that it is my favorite kind of books. I still want to rate it 4.5 or 4.75 stars. I really loved it. I really recommend it for those who loves fairies and romance books. I think describing the trope is a bit of a spoiler already, but I think you already know what it is about. So just not a favorite because I think something's missing for me, but still recommend it. And I'll obviously read the next one, Map of Other Lands. Next, I've read a book I've bought in Paris, which is Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. And I have mixed feelings about this book because I really loved the way he writes, the way he describes city in Paris. Without saying I was there, I was actually there, but when I left and I came back to my town, I had the impression I was still in Paris reading this book. So the descriptions are very vivid, and the way he writes about characters, flawed characters, is very vivid too. But I was ill at ease with the misogynistic way of writing. I was very ill at ease with the way the characters David and Hela were thinking sometimes about the role of a woman in society. I had mixed feeling because I don't know if it is just the will of the characters to have some cliches personality of people at that time, or if it is just his way of thinking and picturing characters. Reading those 150 pages was a bit painful sometimes. I took a long time to read it, even though it is very well written, so I think I'll just put 3.5 stars to this because I loved the complexity of the relation between David and Giovanni's, obviously, but Didn't love other parts of this book, so 3.5 side is still a good grade. It is 7 out of 10, so not bad, but not a favorite. I think that what the author did at the time, a black writer putting his mind in a white people, was very modern, but reading this now doesn't feel modern at all, even though this is a queer relation between two men. And I think he had opportunities to do something very unique, but it's just my point of view. As always, it isn't because I didn't like a book that you love that you have to be offended, as I won't be offended because you didn't love a book I loved. So I would really appreciate to hear what you think of this book, because I still don't know how to feel about this book, and I've talked about some people who also read this book on Instagram and they feel the same. So it's reassuring me a bit. So feel free to comment what you think of this book, or what you thought about it. And finally, I'm hitting myself. Finally, I've read A Far Wilder Magic by Alison Saft, and I don't know why I can't stop moving with this book. And I really loved it. I think I'm rating this 4.5 stars also, because I really loved the slow burn romance, the setting of the small town in a remote town, in a remote place. The fact that they are living in Manor. It is about alchemy, which is a topic I love. Reading Fullmetal Alchemist and watching and having watched the anime, and I read it because of a Clockwork Reader that sells it as a fan fiction of Roy Mustang and Erza. Okay, Erza? Yes, I think it's Erza. No? Okay. Okay, and it delivers well. It is about a strong female character living by herself because her mother is conducting research about alchemy, and she's departing for several months at a time, and she's living all alone, feeling very lonely. And a man coming from the city wanting to learn about alchemy but already failed in some lessons by different masters, different professors. I'm talking about Wes. Wes wants to learn from the mother of Maggie, and the alchemy between the two of them. I really loved it. I really loved the setting and the way of writing, and I was sometimes a bit surprised by some things, so I really love that. And I'm not saying too much, obviously, because I want you to have the full experience of it also. And I just was disappointed by the lack of the world building, because sometimes I felt a bit lost on which time it was written, on the places, on the historical facts of the city. And I think it was a bit a shame, because this is very well written, and I loved the plot. So it's this is just this tiny flaw. That's why I'm not rating it 5 stars, but I really loved it, loved the concept, and really recommend it. So that's it. That's it, guys. This is all I've read in April and what I think of it. I can't wait to see you on the next videos. I'm so excited uh, for everything that is gonna happen. I hope you liked this video. I hope to see you on the next one. Thank you for clicking. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being there. And that's the end. Bye.